These Bonners are meeting for an all-day orientation and service experience at Morse Mountain, a conservation area on Maine's mid-coast, managed by Bates College.
My name is Laura Sewell, and I'm the director of the Morse Mountain Conservation Area, Bates Morse Mountain Conservation Area, and we have a great group of student leaders here today. You can show them all. Look at this great group that are cleaning up a big mess of lobster traps, and these traps came in onto the beach, Seawall Beach, during the last year, and they are mangled and they need to be recycled and thrown away, and the bricks have to be taken out of them before that happens. So we are in the business of cleaning up a mess and recycling what we can out of the lobster traps. And anything else you want to know, Mary?
No, thank you. That's great.
Great.
This year's group of 23 first-year, sophomore, junior, and senior Bates Bonner leaders come from a wide variety of backgrounds. Still, they all share in common a passion for service. Despite heavy academic workloads, these students spend at least 6 hours a week working in a community setting, and 2 additional hours meeting together for reflection and skill-building sessions on a wide variety of topics, such as time management, goal setting, tutor mentoring, cultural competency, and facilitation. Our program is developmental in nature, so that students spend their first year exploring a wide variety of options, such as tutoring and homework help programs, volunteering in a local food bank, and mentoring elementary school children. By sophomore year, most students settle into a more committed role with a particular organization. Junior year tends to be a time for exploration again, as most of our students choose to go abroad, where they often think about issues in an international context. And by senior year, students once again commit to an issue or an organization, often conducting academic community-based research or playing a significant leadership role.
I think that one of the things that the Bonner program has specifically enriched my experience at Bates and my life beyond Bates is through the concept of Explore Commit. One of the ways in which this program is unique compared to other opportunities to volunteer and to have community service opportunities is that it encourages you to look out for different areas that you're interested in during the course of 1 year, and then after that you look for opportunities to act in leadership roles in those positions, in those areas or in other areas that you're interested in. And that has been extremely important in my development as a leader and as a community leader who is looking to really create real impact by first understanding the problem and the different facets of it, and then choosing one facet in which that I think that I can impact most effectively.
By the end of their time as Bonner leaders, we hope that students show growth in a number of areas, such as civic leadership, intercultural competence, and self-reflection, and that they have developed strong connections between their academic and their community work. Our students tell us that an advantage of the Bonner program is the way that it helps them to develop strong vocational interests as well as skills.
That if I hadn't had this structure and I hadn't been enabled to do this work, then I kind of would feel like maybe just going on to grad school was about my only option. But because I've been able to work in 3 different organizations, I've been able to experience working under a supervisor for a larger organization within a community, and I've gotten reactions and responses to my work, then I can kind of visualize stepping out of this college bubble where I'm only held accountable for my assignments and my tests, and really I'm able to see how I can be held accountable in the workplace and not only just any workplace, but a workplace that's working with so many different factors, and that's counting on you to be not only responsible in your work, but really responsible as a member of the community.
A wonderful thing about the Bonner Leader Program is the sense of community that it brings to our students, a community that presents opportunities for mentorship, support, and last but not least, fun.
It's been very important to come in as a junior, to have a senior above me and have a large group of freshmen and sophomores, and to see kind of how the dynamics were going to be played out, how we were going to support each other, who was going to take on a leadership position at this point, who was going to kind of step back. And I think that's been very important for each of us, kind of moving up through the years. And now as a senior, being able to have a family which is comprised of members of all the different classes, and kind of being able to step into a role that maybe feels a little bit premature, and maybe like you're not ready to take that jump to be the senior, to be a leader, but kind of having to, because you have people who are entering your community. They're entering the Bates community, they're entering the Lewiston community for the first time. And one of the biggest ways that they're going to learn how to interact with these new resources, with these new communities, is by seeing how people who have been here for 4 years have been able to do that, and how much they enjoy being part of both communities, or the community as a whole, being part of Lewiston and Bates.
And about how essential it has been for us, even at Bates, where Bates is a community of people who are largely involved and socially conscious, to have this group of people who are extremely conscious and extremely engaged, and to have this support network. And so that's one thing that I'm looking forward to having post Bates, is to be able to help create a strong Bonner network, and group of people who are really engaged, and people as well who are not necessarily Bonners, but I think this program is in a unique position to help create that network and facilitate that space of conversation post Bates, and really acting as a support group of people, because I think it can be pretty difficult when you enter the real world to actually maintain some of the principles you have when you're facing, again, people think of non-profit work meaning that you're not going to have any amount of money, and so just helping people find resources and to be able to pull from the strengths of other people in the work that you're doing will be extremely important, I think, in the vision of Bonner for the future.
Oh, hi. This is great.
Hey.
We actually don't get to do a lot of
Lots of
manual
fun.
labor, hand work, so it's
So
cool.
excited. Are you excited? We're excited.
We're loving it, obviously. I hope that never makes any kind of documentary excited.